Well, lads, welcome back to On The Case with me, Kasey Campion. Guys, if you're watching on YouTube right now, which you should be, because Podcast Paul's telling me my views aren't that good on YouTube, I'm in the brand new studio. Like, it kind of feels weird because I'm like talking to like an open space now. Beforehand, I had the desk and everything, but like, is this not giving like high-tech, unbelievable podcast? I feel like I have an award-winning podcast right now. I might not be socially awkward, but I'm on the case. So I'm going to keep my intro a little bit shorter today because I have a very exciting guest that I cannot wait for you to meet. So, little recap on my week. If you follow me on socials or listen to me on the radio, you might have heard I was taking part in Tryka. So Tryka is a hybrid fitness race, which is not something I ever thought I'd do. It's kind of similar to a high rocks, and I've always slagged people that do high rocks because I'm like, how are you choosing to put yourself through this kind of thing? But Gary, who works in sales here in F104, was like, Kasey, do you want to do Tryka? And I just said, yeah, sure, why not? Like, sign me up for it. Didn't have a clue what it was. So myself, him, producer Neve from Graham and Nathan, and then Graham from Graham and Nathan all decided to take part. So we were a team of 4. Morale was high about 3 months ago. We did a training day together. Everything was looking good. And then I went a bit off the rails. So I started going on holidays, going on nights out, eating, drinking, my usual activities. And I just stopped training. Like, I go to tribe classes here and there. I don't really run anymore, only because I don't have the time. And it rolls around to like the week before and I'm like, maybe I should start training for this. But instead of training, I decided to have a takeaway every single day that week. It was kind of giving like, you know, when you have the leaving cert coming up and you start having nightmares that you wake up the morning of the leaving cert and you haven't studied. That's what it was. So the day before Tryka, I went for goujons and chips, my signature meal, and I had a Copperberg. But then rumors start getting spread that I was on the lash the night before. Okay, I don't call one drink going on the lash, but anyways, so Tryka rolls around, and to be honest, I was very, very nervous that day for 2 reasons. One, because I had to do the Roadhog beforehand. So if you don't know, FM104 has a massive truck that we call the Roadhog. You might see it out at different events. And I had to present my show from there for the very first time. So obviously it's a bit different than being in the studio. There's different equipment and stuff. So I was very nervous for that. Also, the Roadhog was going to be outside of Tryka, which meant anybody that was going to be outside in the kind of courtyard that was eating food or having drinks was going to hear me. And also I had to worry about going in and doing the race then. So it was a whole ordeal. Anyways, you might have seen a video I put up on TikTok. I recorded my first link. It's called a link on the radio when you speak. And technically I thought it went pretty well. And then Tech Dave, who you might know from my TikTok, he's kind of there the odd time I went to his wedding and stuff. He looks at me and he's like, Kasey, you announced Gracie Abrams. That's Rihanna. And I was like, oh my God, I announced the wrong song, wrong artist. The video got 1.5 million views though. So, you know, take it as it comes. I got a viral video, but I might get sacked. So who knows? Anyway, the rest of the show went really well. I ended up having Graham and Eve come on and chat to me. It was kind of chaotic. And then I went in to have a look at the race course. And I was blessed with 2 exercises. So there was 4 of us on our team, 2 exercises each. I got the burpees and the rowing machine. So I knew I'd be all right with the rowing machine because I'd done it before in a workout class and I was good at it. The runs were only 2 800-meter runs. It's less than 1 kilometer. Surely that's fine. The burpees was an area of worry for me. So the burpees were last, which meant I was the one bringing our team over the finish line. So I done my first 800-meter run, done my rowing machine, and they put this red wristband on me, which meant media, which meant you can be videoed. So I had people following me around with cameras, which was kind of nerve-wracking because I didn't look my best. I didn't have tan on. I didn't train. So I was grand. But then they gave me these Ray-Bans to wear. You know, the Ray-Bans that have a little camera in them that video you as you do stuff. So I had these Ray-Bans on and I was like, people are going to think that I think I'm too cool to be doing this race and I'm wearing sunglasses. Like, it was giving embarrassing. So anyways, did my rower. I did 1,000 meters in like 5.5 minutes, which I thought was pretty good. Then I got a little break and then it was time for me to do my last 800 meters and my burpees. So I got to the burpee station and you basically had to do 80 meters of burpees. So I'd do 1 and then I had to jump forward. When I tell you, okay, I know I'm a dramatic person, but this was one of the worst things I ever had to endure. After 2 burpees, I was like, I actually can't do this. Like, I am going to pass away. And because it was the final exercise, all my team were waiting for me at the finish line and cheering me on. And you'd think them cheering me on would like motivate me to keep going. No, they had these judges that would go around the different stations and like motivate you and also make sure you're doing the things right. So there was a fella that was literally like following me for every single burpee. And he was like, come on, you have it. And I was looking at him going, I am going to die. I don't think you realize, like, I was looking ahead of me and I had so much more left to go. And even when I finished that, I had to go back as well because it was up and back. It was catastrophic. It took me 8.5 minutes, which was like ridiculous time. Like most people were doing it in like 2.5 minutes. So then when I got to the finish line, finally, you have to do a 40-meter sprint. So my team literally dragged me over the finish line. I keep comparing it to, you know, when that poor man died and he was brought to the post office to collect his pension. That was me being brought over the finish line. I was a dead body basically being brought over the finish line. They were taking photos. I was like passed away. I sat down straight away after and I was like panting. And this woman came over and she's like, oh my God, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm fine. Then I had to be sat down, given water, and I wasn't being dramatic. Like seriously, guys. So would I do it again? I probably would do it again, but I wouldn't do the burpees. I got shafted with the burpees. But yeah, for people that do that stuff for fun, I question things about you people. But yeah, I am trying to get back on my fitness grind. As I said, I've been eating really badly lately, haven't been exercising. So yesterday morning I was like, right, let's book a 7 a.m. Pilates class, get back in the groove, €20 down the drain, but let's do it. I woke up at 10:30. So yeah, maybe next week. This week I'm focusing on not eating many takeaways. Guys, it's now Thursday and I haven't had one takeaway. For me, that is a huge deal. Like huge deal. Because me and Uncle Pat literally live off takeaways. It's so bad. And he's like so muscly and so, you know, whatever. Goes to the gym and he doesn't put on any weight and I look like a beach whale. Anyways, yeah, that's kind of my recap for this week, guys. Tryka has traumatized me. Also, can I just say, everybody in the office keeps slagging me about being dragged over the finish line. I don't see any of you people doing a fitness race on a Sunday. And I actually wore in my medal yesterday because I was so angry and I wanted to tell everybody that I completed Tryka. Anyways, guys, that is our recap for this week. We're going to get into the episode now. I have a very special guest. I cannot wait for you to meet her and I'll be back right after the break. Welcome back to On The Case. Guys, I'm here with a very special guest. She needs no introduction. It's Miss Andrada.
Hello.
Woo! Clap, Paul. Come on, Paul. Start clapping. Yay. Andrada, how are we?
Good. How are you, my
I'm
love?
not too bad. How do you feel? You're the first guest in the new studio.
Listen, when I came in here, I was like, wow, the studio is actually very, very fancy.
It's giving
very professional.
Isn't it giving professional?
Yeah.
So you just got here. We have to mention Steve. You met Steve out in the office.
Oh my God, bless Steve.
Steve is like #1 Love Island fan. And Steve is like, he's a good bit older than me. No offense, Steve. He's probably, what did he say? He was in his 50s. But we're both obsessed with Love Island.
Oh my God, he's the cutest person
Isn't
I've
he?
ever met in my life.
So the minute he heard Andrada's coming, he was like, oh my God, I have to meet her. Like,
Yeah, he was like, give us the insights, give us a little bit of gossip. I love it.
he was like, I need to get a photo to show my wife.
I love him.
So obviously we're going to have to speak about Love Island. It's the main event. So
course.
where do we even begin? Now that I have you here, I'm going to lock the door. I got to find out everything. This is like my dream date. It's literally my dream date. Like my dream has always been to find out the inside lore.
Let's go.
So how did Love Island come about? Like, was it something you always wanted to do or what was the crack?
Yeah, so I've been in 2-year relationships all my life. One was 9 year and then it didn't end well. And I was like, I've watched it with him as well. Like Love Island is huge. Do you know what I mean?
Huge.
And I've always had the ache to go on it. So then I applied for it. I was very young, didn't really know how to string a sentence together, to be honest, and didn't get through.
Okay.
And then I went through my second relationship, 2 year, ended up toxic. And that I really lost myself in that relationship. Like I wasn't the Andrada that you see today, and it just gave me such a drive to just like pump myself out there, challenge myself, and just find love as well. Do you know what I mean? Because it is a love show. So then I applied for it again and smooth sailing, got through.
So you just applied as normal? You weren't scouted?
I just
or anything?
applied, and at the time my friend actually got scouted.
Really?
And she done her interview and I was like, oh, being scouted, like it definitely gets you further, because so many people from this season actually did get scouted as well.
Right.
And like I asked the producers as well, I was like, does that get you a little bit further? And they're like, potentially yes and no, because we could scout you, see something in you and then flop. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas with me, they didn't have to scout me because I'm just
She's just so good on her own. So is there a lot of steps in the process?
Oh, this process is long.
Okay.
So like you apply, then you have like a Zoom call, then you have to go into London to meet the producers. You have psychology tests because they have to make sure that you're
Not crazy.
Not crazy.
Well, there goes my chances. Oh, I'm the boyfriend that I have.
You have
as well.
a boyfriend. Hello,
Yeah,
hello,
That
hello.
too. Sorry, Uncle Pat. Love you.
Like you just have to go through a lot of like psychology tests, even like not just one, just to make sure that like you're actually well able for the show and after the show, because obviously it changes your whole life.
Yes.
And then you're held into cast and holding period before you actually go in, and because like it's a reality TV show, it's live, like pretty much kind of thing, like it happens right as you kind of see it, just maybe a day or two later you guys see it. It's like I may not be able to go in when I want to go in. So like you're kind of held at a casting villa, and then when they say go in, that's when it's time to go in. Do you know what I mean?
So when you were told, okay, you're in, like you have the part or whatever, you didn't know what stage you were being put in at?
No. Well, when I got the call, they said, yeah, we've accepted you as bombshell, because I went in and I was like, I want to go in as bombshell.
I want to steal someone's man.
I want to steal someone's man. But that was just because obviously I knew it was TV as well, and I am bold like that. So anyways, let's just leave that to the side.
Yes.
And so when they said bombshell, I was very delighted because that's what I wanted. And then they were like, okay, so many bombshells had kind of come in, and they knew I was well able for Casa. They knew I'd bring more heat to Casa. So they said, look, I think we are actually better fit for Casa Amour. What do you think? And I was like, look, I wasn't really happy because I was like, oh, it's a bit risky.
It's a risk.
It's a huge risk. But then I was like, fine, I'll do it. And yeah.
It worked out.
Because
I feel like one of my biggest fears, if I was ever single and to go on it, if you go into Casa and you like quit your job and you tell everyone you're going in, and then you last one day and you're gone home, I would be so embarrassed.
And some people don't actually make it in. Yeah, exactly. Do you know what I mean?
It's a risk.
It's a huge risk. But I knew what I signed up for. I just felt really ready this year. Like genuinely, like within my heart, I wasn't anxious. I wasn't nervous. Even when Maya Jama was there, everyone was like, oh my God, Maya Jama. And I was like, I had moments like I was like, oh my God, I'm actually meeting Maya Jama. But I was not nervous of what I was going to say live TV. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was so crazy. I was just really, really ready for it this time.
And when you go in there, obviously you've watched it on TV for years. Do you kind of just like mold in straight away, or is it kind of like, oh my God, I'm literally in Love Island right now?
Oh my God, like I don't think you ever get used to it. Like every day I was like, what the
Are we allowed to curse on this?
Are we allowed to curse on this one?
he bleeps it out, but you can curse.
Yeah, I was like, what the Sorry, I had to get that one out because what the F? Because it's like it feels like a dollhouse as well. Like everything just seems so surreal, and you're like, oh my God, like I'm pulling somebody for a chat. Like
because I feel like you just adapt to like their language and all straight away.
Like
100%.
And it's like you kind of be like, oh, who am I going to pull for a chat? Oh, he pulled me for a chat. Or it's just so weird, but it's so fun.
So when you went into Casa, obviously, like yes, it's a love show, but the main aim is get back into the villa.
Well, listen, in Casa Amour, my only thought was get into the villa.
Absolutely. Because this is what I love, honesty.
Honest to God, I am going to be honest, because this is why it was annoying that I was in Casa Amour, because like it's almost that pressure of like, in order for me to be able to find love, let me get into the main villa first.
Yes.
Because there's no love if I don't make it in. No. Do you know what I mean? So, and everyone's kind of in the same boat as well. Everyone's like, the guys are like 6 new candies coming in. We're like 6 new boys. Like, do you know what I mean? So everyone's kind of all over the place. You don't really know who you really like, who you get along with. It's very rushed. It's very quick. It's very pressure. Get your graft on. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
And in Casa, you mainly went for Ben and Dejon.
Yes.
So what was your thought process there? Obviously, was Ben single at the time?
Yes.
Kind of. And then Dejon was obviously...
Mainly all the boys were single, bar Dejon, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I kind of, as I said, Dejon is my type, and I did really fancy him. So I did want to see where things could get. Like, I know what I'm capable of. I know my worth. I know like my personality and stuff like that. I really put myself on a high pedestal.
As you should.
So I really thought I had it. Now, did I get humbled?
Well, I did. Do you know what though? But I know they show certain parts, but from what they showed, he seemed interested. Remember that clip he is in the mirror? Didn't he say something?
Yeah, he said in the mirror, he said we look good together. Or
and like who says that if they're wiped off?
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Listen, like everyone saw it. There was something there, but look, at the time, I did think that he was playing it safe and he wanted to kind of start his journey with Meg and finish it with Meg. But at the same time, look at them now; they're still bloody together.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So all this yappa that I'm doing. Andrada kind of needs to sit down, doesn't she?
She got humble, guys. So was Ben? I think a lot of people thought Ben was like a safe bet to get back into the villa. But did you like?
Listen,
Ben?
I said it in the villa as well. I was like, yes, you are a safe bet, but I still like it. You're a safe bet because you are. You're reachable, whereas he's not.
Exactly.
But that doesn't mean that I don't like you, and I'm openly saying that. Do you know what I mean? So that was the truth, and that's the truth now. Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it's a reality show. It is a game. Like it is a 100%. Literal game. But also, you have to get your screen time. That's what I'd be in there for. Do you know what I mean?
Look, listen, 100%. But at the same time, like I generally can't fake it either. I wouldn't be able to genuinely like share kisses and beds and hugs and cuddles if I didn't really, really like it. Like I'd be very standoffish. So I did. He grew on me a lot, and he's a very handsome guy. Do you know what I mean?
I think it will come across if you didn't like. You'd be revolted by somebody. If you didn't want to be kissed.
And I'm very real as well. I'd be like, you know, people would see.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
So when you went back into the main villa, were you still trying Dejon a little
Yes.
bit? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, straight yes. Straight
No,
yes.
I literally went straight into the villa and I said, I pulled Meg for a chat. I think she's the first person that I pulled for a chat.
I
and
remember
said,
this. This was one of them moments on telly, right, where I was like, I actually can't watch because you were like, yeah, your fella fancies me. Like, you were like, your fella fancies me. And I was literally like, I was sitting there with Uncle Pat, like, how is she saying this? I couldn't watch, but it was so good. How did that conversation go?
Listen, I wanted to, in order for me to get, listen, for me, what I said from day dot, and no one could ever come at me if I'm standing on my stuff.
Yeah.
Do you get me? If I'm saying I'm going to do something right or wrong, you can't then intimidate me and tell me otherwise or make me feel guilty because I'm already owning
Yeah,
to it.
you've owned
So
up
she
to it,
can't make me feel bad for pulling her man because that's Love Island. First of all, people do tend to forget that we're actually in Love Island. That's what we're meant to do. And I didn't have enough time with him. And he even said it himself. He was like, in Casa Amour, he was like, I do want you to come back to the main villa so I can get to know you a little bit more as well. So
yeah, so he couldn't like risk bringing you back, but he was probably happy that Ben brought you back. Yeah.
Yes.
And obviously movie night, that is the night of the year. That is my cinematic masterpiece.
Yeah.
It kicked off with you and Meg that night.
It did.
Was it as bad as it looked on screen? Because it seemed like
It was worse. It was worse.
It was worse?
Yes. So they actually had code red at the door, 2 bodyguards ready to barge in, thinking we were going to scrap.
I could see you on the floor like knuckle dust out. Oh my God.
I am telling you now, yeah. So obviously it's so mad because when I'm looking back at it, you can't hear us screaming at each other. It sounds very toned down. I mean, we were roaring that villa down. And that's why I was like, pipe down, who the hell you think you're screaming at? Like, sit down and stuff like that because she was screaming at me. I was like, oh, who was she screaming at?
Yeah,
First of all.
absolutely not.
It was mainly because she got annoyed that I had said I'm listening into the conversation. But little do people know, well now they do because I watched it back myself.
Yeah.
She was literally peeking in on Shakira's conversation,
Yeah.
not before, like 2 minutes prior to that.
Yeah.
So it's like, how can you come down barging in, screaming at me? Obviously I understand it was just the heat of my emotions. She did see on the big movie screen that I was telling Dejon I want to kiss him. Dejon is literally like
Eating it up.
like, do you know what I mean?
And then going to bed that night, you're obviously all in the same room. Is that awkward? Because like usually, say if you have a fight with someone in real life, you're not going to be sleeping in the same room as them. So how is that? Is that weird?
Do you know what? Her bed was actually, she said it when I came into the villa, they changed her bed beside my bed. So her bed was actually in a corner there and she was like, I've never moved bed. So when I came into the villa, Dejon's name was on this side and I was right beside him. And then Meg was on the other side and Ben was on the other side.
I bet you they were hoping.
Thought they were going to have a little tickle.
Yeah,
tickle
a little football. I bet they thought you were going to sneak off to the hideaway.
Yeah.
Because this season was just chaotic. It was 100%, and I'm sure you've heard this, the best season since Molly May season.
Yeah.
Like the chaos.
My Chapman wasn't joking when she said twists and turns.
No.
Yeah.
And also, speaking of like girls and not getting on, it did seem like there was a huge divide.
There was a
in the
huge
villa.
divide, yeah. There was a huge divide. I feel like it's so normal as well though, because I was actually quite close to Lucy and Lauren, and because Tommy and Harrison were closer to Dejon, then obviously there's going to be that divide. And then I feel like the main divide was pretty much a very strong opinionated girls that would stand up for themselves. They were together. So like Shakira, very strong girl, very confident, would say how it is. Tony, the same. Yaz, the same. So I fitted into that group.
Okay.
And Meg, Helena and stuff like that, they'd be the kind of people that like wouldn't have said stuff to your face as much. They would say mostly behind your back. And then that's why in a movie night or in like big events during the villa, it would kind of explode.
It would kick off.
It would kick off.
Because there were so many little clips of like, remember someone's bikini didn't fit somebody and someone said something and they were walking away and all sorts.
Oh yeah.
There was just a lot of bitchiness this year, I felt.
There was a lot of bitchiness,
Do you find that you kind of got on with everyone? But
I got along with everyone because that's just me in real life as well. I don't take life too serious. I like to be happy and I'm in control of my own happiness. If I let you get to me, then you've won. So that's how I kind of brought that energy into the villa as well, including Meg, including anyone that made me feel any sort of way. Do you know what I mean? I was in control of kind of twisting that and just living my happy life in the villa. Otherwise you'd lose it.
Yeah, I feel like if you get to like even caught up with the cameras, what's it like? Obviously we can't see the cameras in there.
You
Is it
see every
obvious?
single camera.
So
in the villa, like there's a camera there, there's a camera there, there's a camera there, and then
It's like the studio.
Yeah, exactly. And
hi camera.
Yeah. Hello.
Hi brother.
You're so funny. Every time I see her, I'm like, hello brother.
Yeah, what's up brothers?
I love it. Yeah, no, you see the cameras and like sometimes when the topic of the conversations are very heated, all you hear is like, yeah, and you can just feel the cameras going to you and you're like, uh-oh.
That would definitely make me play up to the cameras.
100%.
Because like if I'm having an argument with someone and people are listening, you're going to amp it up a bit more.
Listen, my personality isn't when I was younger. Like I love to be the centre of attention and stuff like that.
Same.
So when I isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
So when there's a camera in front of me, Jesus, you want some? I'll give you some.
You watch them. What star sign are you?
Leo.
Oh, I think I'm going to say Libra. I'm Libra. And I love attention. So I don't know if that's like a star sign thing.
I think that it is.
Yeah.
Leos are very much the same as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you obviously had a bit of a shock dumping.
Yes.
That was
Jeez, that was brutal.
That, like, I feel like that's nearly unfair in a way. Were you pissed off?
No, because I was ready for whatever the season had to bring. I've really seen how brutal they were with the dumpings and there's bombshells and everything like that. Now, I didn't even get to pack my own bag. They were literally like, leave. So
Out the gap.
Yeah, ow. And like there's a voice that comes out and it's like, I kind of was like hugging everyone and stuff like that. They're like, I'm out.
Oh
I was
my
like,
God.
oh, okay.
Is it a fake voice? Like an AI voice? It's a real person?
No, it's a real person, yeah. They watch you all the time. Like if you're not meant to have certain conversations, they're like, But they're so cute. Like I love, that voice is actually what made my experience. Because like we laugh with him like, okay, sorry.
And is it always the same person?
They're like 2 people or 3 people. Like you kind of tend to know they do a rotation,
Yeah. And obviously everyone loves the drama and they want to know the dramatic details. But I'm more curious about how long do you have to get ready? I need to know this.
It's different every time. Okay. But we did have quite a bit of time, like 2 hours, 2 hours and a half.
Oh, grand. Because some people were saying half an hour and I was like, absolutely not.
I wasn't in there when there was half an hour. No.
Okay.
I think I had 1 hour one of the days. But I get ready quite quick though.
And clothes wise, do you bring in your own clothes?
Yes, you bring in your own clothes, but there's certain events that are sponsored by eBay. So like new bikinis, like at the movie night, that was sponsored by eBay. So like loads of clothes. You'd have like 4 or 5 different dresses that you can choose from each.
So when you came out of Love Island, obviously you don't get your socials done for you when you're in there, which is kind of annoying. What was it like coming out and just was your phone like exploding?
Yes, it was crazy. Like every second, more people, more notifications, more requests, and I feel like it blows up more when you're out.
Yeah.
So
because I know you can see it then.
You can see it then, and people kind of like they kind of can get engaged with you. Do you know what I mean? That's why socials actually blow up more when the Instagram is actually active while you're in there.
I get you.
It's just to protect families and stuff like that because families usually aren't.
Get the abuse. So when you get out, is it very much like management's wanting to sign you, brand deals, like events? Like how do you even navigate where to start? Like.
That's why it's very important to get a management, and I have an amazing management. She literally does everything for me. She's like my best friend. I'd be lost without her.
Yeah, like, you need that
because life is very hectic afterwards, especially the first couple of months.
Yeah, and then there's obviously like parties, and you're all having little reunions. A couple of TikToks of you and Ramel I might have seen. A couple of viral moments. What was the crack there, Andrada?
Well,
you're not getting out this door to tell me everything.
I'm not. I know. I'm not gonna. Am I? So. Everyone obviously heard about the Ben situation of him kissing somebody after an event that I wasn't there. So me and Ramel would be my type. So when it was the Fine Live. Wow, nice.
Fine Live. Okay.
Fine Live, the final, and it was broadcasted live. That's the first time I actually seen Ramel in person, and I was like, oh, he's very good looking. And Ben was there as well, and I was kind of flirting with Ramel in front of him. Now, did I do it on purpose? On that day, I was like, absolutely, like
for sure,
like. Do you know what I mean?
It has to be done.
And I remember Ben saying to me, he was like, Andrada, like, why are you doing this in front of me? Like, this is not, it's not
because you got with someone, you were exclusive at that point as well, weren't you?
Yeah. And I was like, you're not talking. Actually, you're not actually talking. So whatever. Anyways. And then that was the first event that he wasn't there. So that's what we done it a little bit to be petty as well.
Yeah, has to be done.
But he's a very good looking guy though. Like I do fancy Ramel.
You do? Okay. Yeah. And Ben, is he a goner? Full goner? Would you go back there?
I don't think I'd ever go back.
There was a hesitation, guys. There was a hesitation. Because I just feel like, obviously when you're on the telly, it's so different. When we all get out, it's just a free for all. I feel like just...
Yeah, you know what? Listen. You're not.
I said what I said.
Nazi. I said what I said. You just never know, do you?
And happens. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And like it's all, I feel like you need to soak it up while you can. Like, just definitely. Like take whatever comes.
You know, when you come back out of the villa, I feel like people tend to remember that they're still in there. So like it's still, people still act the same. And you're like, okay, hold up a minute. Like we're not in the villa anymore. The cameras aren't on.
You can do and say what you want now.
You can do whatever you want to do. Do you know what I mean?
So when you got to go back in near the end and you all had to give like your opinions on the situation?
Yeah, we had to dump somebody.
Yes. That was when you literally ate up Dejon on live television. Yeah. I think that's when everyone was like, okay, this girl just stands on business. What was that like? Was that scary or were you like, I'm just going to say
I couldn't wait to do that because obviously like I was feeling a certain type of way because of the whole situation because I just thought he wasn't being true to himself. Yeah. And it was very frustrating because I was still giving him so much time and so much, like I never really spoke badly of him and stuff like that. And then when I've seen him, how he was treating Meg in the villa on camera, like him telling Meg to shush and stuff like that, because before the dumping, like we're all sat there watching two 2 episodes that we haven't seen together.
Okay.
So I'm there like, oh my God, guys, did you see that? Did you see that? And I'm more invested because like my feelings were invested in the villa
you were
as well.
involved, yeah.
So I couldn't wait because there were so many people that kind of wanted to say the same thing as me at that time, but they didn't because either they had relationships with Dejon, they were either friends or like, do you know what I mean? No one actually, everyone wanted to say what I said, but I was the one that did it.
But they couldn't say it, yeah. So moving on from Love Island, because we've done a lot of Love Island talk, I'm sure I'll come back to it. So you done social media before Love Island?
Yes.
So did that give you like semi idea of what it would be like coming out?
100%. Yeah. Like I done bikini pageants and I was putting myself out there like an influencer and like content creation and stuff like that. So I was very used to kind of putting myself out there.
Yeah,
in the
it's so
public eye.
funny because I'd never spoke directly to you, but I'd been at an event with you for Iconic Bronze and we were in the bathroom and I used to think you were so intimidating.
Really?
Yeah, I thought you were going to be a bitch. And same with, Dre Rooney.
Yes.
The two of you, I used to be like, I'm so scared of them.
I was so close to Dre Rooney at the time.
But then I met Dre at an event when we had to go to a hotel stay together and I was like, oh my God, she's the nicest girl
the
ever.
loveliest girl
and then
ever,
when I met you properly, I was like, oh my God, what was I scared of?
No,
Swear.
I can't believe
Swear to God,
that.
yeah. I just thought you were intimidating.
No way.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Would you think people would have them assumptions?
No.
Really?
I think like I'm the goofiest, most welcoming person ever.
Yeah.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
That's crazy to know now.
Yeah, there you go.
There you
I
go.
feel like people think I'm a bitch as well, but it's kind of true.
But it,
Ball, am I a bitch? No, he says no. He shook his
I
head.
think you're the funniest, most cutest person in the world. I think you're such a pure soul, and I feel like it's very rare to find people like you. Genuinely.
Thank you. What are you laughing at, Paul? Stop laughing. So when we proper first met, so we both got invited to the Iconic Bronze event up in Sligo, and I remember one of the girls from Iconic Bronze texted me and she's like, "Oh, are you driving up? Would you mind bringing Andrada?" And I was like, "Oh my God!" I was like, "I'm gonna meet a Love Islander. Like this is crazy." I was myself.
Were you?
Yeah, because I never like properly spoke to you.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but then I remember when I texted you and I was like, "Oh hey, like I'm driving up." You were just like instantly so nice, and I feel like we just clicked like straight away.
We did click straight away. So I went into your house. We done OOTDs.
Yeah, within 5 minutes.
Within 5 minutes, laughing. Like I literally felt like the moment I met you, I was like, I've known this girl for years.
Me, Andrada, and Neve all went up to Sligo, and oh my God, that was such a fun night.
You got swamped as well.
Yeah,
every person was coming up to you.
Yeah.
Kasey, do you know what? It was so funny at the start of the night because I was like, Jesus, like load of girls in there, like we're gonna get swamped and stuff like that. I'm here like waiting for them to come up to me like, "Ew, Kasey!"
Guys, I'm more famous. I'm joking.
No, I'm joking. But it was just so nice to see. Do you know what I mean? Like because you being yourself and just the person that you are, you just have so much support and love, which is so nice.
Yeah, I feel like me, Neve, and Andrada. Either people wanted photos with all of us or some of us. It was so funny seeing who wants what.
It was so funny.
Yeah.
It was so refreshing.
Was that your first experience of like a lot of people like swarming you?
Yeah, at the one night because I feel like that was very soon after I came out of the villa.
Yes.
It was very, very soon. But I feel like it's actually more now, which is crazy, which I thought it would more die down.
Yeah.
But I feel like I guess I am very active on my socials and stuff like that. But yeah, I feel like the support from everyone is just massive.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I always see you replying to comments and I feel like people like that. If you interact back with these people, they're going to build a relationship with you,
100%, but at the same time, like they care for me, I care for them.
Yeah.
So me replying, I'm genuinely, half of the time I'm replying with tears in my eyes because I have so much love for them. Yeah. And I know you're the same as well. Because I'm like, very emotional.
Well, not for you, obviously you went on Love Island, but the reason I have all this is because they follow me.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? So I wouldn't be sitting here.
People tend to forget that.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Because a lot of influencers wouldn't give their followers the time of day. Yeah. Like people will comment like,
be there without them.
No, where'd you get your outfit? They won't even tell them. And I'm like, I will give you my outfit. I will send it to your house. Do you know what? Let me take it off right now.
100%.
Like literally.
I'm like that.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
So do you think going forward you want to do more influencery stuff, more TV related stuff? What do you want to do in the future?
Well, I've actually recently came out with a single, a new single.
Yeah, sorry. How did I forget about this? We talk about the music. Let's get into the music.
So it's actually going to be out tonight at 12 a.m. So want to kind of navigate more into music.
Okay.
Definitely going to see me more on your screens as well. That's definitely something that I love doing. So keep an eye out. I'll definitely be up there somewhere. Don't know what yet, but
she'll be somewhere.
I'm somewhere.
You put up a singing video like last week and I thought you were lip syncing. So I commented being like, wait, is this you? I was so confused. I didn't realise you could sing. And have you always sang?
I always loved singing, but like I never really put myself out there to do it.
It's scary.
It's scary, and I feel like everything happens for a reason at the right time. Do you know what I mean? So me coming out with this single now, shout out to Carl Durkin. He's the producer of the song, and he's just brought it to life, and it's amazing. People seem to really love it. I love it.
It's so catchy.
It's so catchy. Yeah. And it resonates to my Love Island experience, the lyrics to it. just to say we didn't write the lyrics.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you want to clear this up? There was a bit of a
Let me
thing
clear
on
this
TikTok.
up. Yeah, it was my mistake. When I came on, I feel like the overwhelmment of me coming out with a song, feeling the lyrics, talking about it, and I've never really spoke about it on TikTok about my past relationships and stuff like that. That it just kind of, my emotions came out, and me talking about, because it's my song now. Do you know what I mean? It's my new single coming out. This song, the lyrics, I didn't write them, Carl didn't write them. It's coming from, it's a free sample that we're allowed to use.
Okay.
So in the TikTok, I was like, my lyrics. I meant like my song. I didn't mean to say my
you didn't
lyrics.
mean like, I wrote this.
I wrote these.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would have said I wrote them. Do you know what I mean?
When I wrote them, kind of thing.
Exactly. But I understand where people are coming from. So yeah, loads of people were kind of saying, you're stealing the song, you can get sued, you can do this, you can do that. And I was like, okay, let me just clear all this up. So yeah, to clear everything up, I'm allowed to use it. It's a free sample. Nowadays, artists, not many people write their own lyrics.
True.
This is what people actually do. Yeah. Big up to people that do like write the lyrics. Hopefully me in the future.
Yeah.
But
you know what? That probably drove a bit of engagement.
It did. You know, there's no such thing as bad.
Is good publicity.
Good
publicity.
Exactly.
So song is called?
The song is called Breathe.
Breathe. And it's going to be out. Well, this podcast won't be out for a week, but it's out tonight.
Yes. So by the time you will hear this, the song is already out. Yeah. So
Major
it's
slay.
going to be on all platforms. Go listen to it.
Go listen. Go use it on TikTok. Lip sync to it, guys.
I want you guys to see. I want to see TikToks. I want to see POVs of people, like if you've gotten through a heartbreak, or if you can relate to it. I want to see the juiciest POVs. I want to reshare them.
Absolutely.
I want to see them.
Well, guys, one last question for Andrada before we move on to our dilemmas. What's your HO, your honest opinion on All Stars? Is it something you would do?
Listen to me. I'm not seeing anyone. I'm single. If they were to reach out to me potentially, I don't know. Maybe.
If they came and knocking at the door.
If they came knocking at the door, maybe. Well, we shall see. I don't know. If I'm busy, I'm booked, I may not have the opportunity to do it, but I'm very open-minded, you know me.
And actually, one last question. Who would you want to see in there potentially if you were to go into All Stars from all seasons?
Tyreek.
Oh, really? I think he was so cute.
I think he's my husband and he doesn't even know it.
Give me that ring. You know that song, that ring song?
My ring? No,
yeah,
I'm
literally.
joking. Tyreek, Toby. They've actually just been on Love Island games. They're my type. I think I'd get along with them. They're very easy to look at.
Wink wink if you're watching. Tyreek and Toby.
Shaq, actually, he's quite good looking as well. Liam.
Oh yeah, recently single.
Yeah, recently single.
I was
as well.
shocked by that. I met Liam before. He's actually really nice.
Is he?
Yeah.
I met Millie actually.
I don't think I met her.
Oh my god, it was pretty brilliant. It was at the Fame Factory event. Oh no, it was the house party event, and I was actually got interviewed by Heat, and they were like, "Who would you like to see in there?" I go, "Liam." No. I bump into Millie. Millie's like such a welcoming human being, and I'm like,
I feel like that in that world though, it's impossible not to.
Yeah, it was so awkward because I'm like, I just said Liam, but like you're actually such a nice human being. Like she's such a sweetheart.
Yeah, she
honestly.
seems really, really nice.
But yeah, just on a real talk, yeah, he is very good.
Well, guys, we have got the tea from Andrada. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me on.
We are going to do some dilemmas now, and we'll be back after the break. Welcome back to On the Case. Now we're going to get into our best case scenario segment. So basically, you send in your dilemmas, and myself and Andrada are going to give you our best case scenario for your problem. If you're watching on YouTube, guys, the phone case is on. What do you think of my phone case?
I love it.
Isn't it
cool? Of course
cool?
it's purple.
Oh, of course it is. So we've got two dilemmas here. First one, and I know Andrada's going to give me the real advice here. Right. So I met my boyfriend during the first week of college, and we are now in final year, and I've been together ever since. So that's about 4 years.
Okay.
A girl came up to me on a night out recently and told me that she had got with my boyfriend in first year, and the timelines weren't adding up because she told me it was on college Christmas Day, and that's when we would have been in a relationship. Should I believe her? Do I confront him? Is this enough to break up over?
First of all, why is she saying this now?
Yeah, why 4 years later?
4 years later, it's a bit wild. So if you really... But then again, I don't know. This is a really tough one. For me, if that happened to me, it would really get into my head and I would start to try and dig.
Yeah, because this is so funny. I had a very similar situation happen. So obviously I've been cheated on. But after we broke up, I was told that basically the same situation happened. And even though we had broken up, I still wanted to know. Because I feel like if you were cheated on in the first year of your relationship and then you went on, the rest of it's a lie to me, if you ask me.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. It's a tough one. It really depends what your gut feeling is saying and how, like, if you've had gut feelings like this throughout your relationship.
Yeah.
Or is the relationship actually beautiful and you trust him? Do you know what I mean?
Because some girls can be dangerous and just trying to start stuff.
True. Very true. It's a very picky one. I would definitely bring it up with my boyfriend
100%.
and see his reaction. And I feel like I have a sixth sense. I'd be able to know if he's lying or not.
Yeah, if you said to your fella, did you get with this girl 3 years ago? You'd know by his face.
Yeah, it's just so wild because it's like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I feel like it happens though. Like if I heard, so obviously I'm with Uncle Pat now, however long, I don't disclose to you how long it is. If I found out he cheated in the first week or the first month or whatever it was, it would still kill me.
If you found out that it was true, would you break up with him there and then?
It's, I feel like you'd have to.
Would you?
It's so hard to judge, like,
So hard to
because he would
judge.
never do that to me, wouldn't you, not Uncle Pat? But what would you do? What would you do?
Oh, fuck.
Because cheating is cheating, whether it's a month
Cheating
in, a
is
year
cheating.
in, 4 years in.
Tough one. Actually, do you know what? This is it's a dilemma within itself.
Yeah. Girl, we can't help you. No, first step is definitely
First
ask him.
step, I would advise it to talk to him
Mm-hmm.
and see his reaction. And generally, like, I feel like you should really know your boyfriend after 4 years, know how he reacts, know. Because I'm in a relationship, I really pay attention to details when he lies, even like if it's small lies.
Yeah.
So I now know how you're reacting if I'm asking you that question. But yeah, it's a strange one because she's said it to you 4 years later. So yeah, talk to your boyfriend,
Yeah.
see how you feel about it, and go from there. Have
Yeah.
an open communication about it.
Keep us updated. Okay, next one. There's always been a bit of tension between me and my older cousin. We've always been compared to each other growing up, so there's always been a bit of a rivalry. We had a family party 2 weeks ago, and after a few drinks, one of my aunties pulled me aside and told me that my cousin had gotten with my ex-boyfriend, who I'd only been broken up with for 3 months. And bear in mind, she was the one who supported me throughout the whole breakup. To make things worse, apparently the whole family knows except me. What should I do?
Never speak to her again.
Gone out the window.
Never speak to her again. Cousins, family, like that's crazy. Friends, doesn't matter.
No.
That person doesn't want what's the best for you, doesn't love you, get rid.
Yeah, if there's been a jealousy there all along and now she's getting with your... If my cousin Ava, if she got with my ex-boyfriend, there'd be murder.
How can you sit there at a family event, Christmas event, and you're bringing my ex to Christmas dinner?
No.
Are
No,
you
no, no.
crazy?
But I feel like this happens more than you think because I always see dilemmas like this.
Never speak to you
Yeah,
again.
I don't care. People always say, oh, blood over water or whatever, family over. No.
Yeah, blood over water. If you're going to choose blood over water, you
Yeah.
didn't. Go away.
And I guarantee you, a lot of girls would blame the ex. No. This is your cousin's fault.
No.
But then, what would you do about all the family that know and didn't say anything?
Wouldn't speak to them either.
Yeah, you're moved to Australia, girl.
I'm telling you now that you're not my family.
Yeah, no. I think that's
No.
shocking.
What are you talking about? Never speak to them again. You're way better than that, honey.
Yeah, family. I don't think family obviously family matters, but family doesn't
Unless
matter
I
if
would
they're going
speak
to
to
lie
the family,
to you.
I would speak and see why they didn't tell you. Maybe like I wouldn't just completely close that off. See where they're coming from because obviously they have some sort of loyalty towards her as well. Maybe she told them not to tell you. So I wouldn't fall out with absolutely everyone. She's the main devil in this story.
I would fall out with everyone.
But if they don't have a valid reason, you best believe you go.
Yeah, you're going to Australia, girl. Guys, thank you so much for sending in your dilemmas. Please keep them coming. Keep them as juicy as these ones. You can send them to onthecasepod@gmail.com or you can send them to me on Instagram and TikTok @onthecasepod. And thank you to Andrada for your wonderful advice, my brother.
You're welcome, brother. Thank you for having me on. Did you just feel my sweaty hands? I guess so sweaty.
Yeah, it is really warm in here. Paul, turn down the heating, would you? Well, guys, I guess that's it, I suppose. Great episode. I was very entertained, so I hope you were. Thanks again to Andrada for coming in.
Thanks for having me,
Keep your
guys.
eyes peeled and your ears peeled. New song is out already. And potentially some All-Stars. Moving on. Guys, thanks for tuning in. See you next week. New episodes come out every single Wednesday. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Bye. On the Case is an Onic original podcast hosted by me, Kasey Campion. Audio and visual design by Stephen King O'Farrell and Connor Daly. Developed and produced by series producer Paul McGregor. Executive producers Sasha Hamrogue. New episodes of On the Case come out every Wednesday on all podcast platforms, and you can watch full episodes on YouTube. Thanks for listening. This is an Onic original podcast.